It is time. 10 plus weeks of training, 2+ months of overcoming illness and injury early in the summer. And it's all led to this moment, the Columbus Nationwide Children's Half Marathon. I'm about to go catch my flight right now. Luckily, I'm only about 20 minutes away from LAX, so I don't really have to hustle too much. I board at 11:14 and it's 10:16, so I'm probably cutting it a little close, but oh well. I don't like sitting around in the terminal, so we're about to finish this pancake and order my Uber and head over to LAX. Let's get it, baby. I'm hyped! Race weekend is here! I was running around at the airport once I got here, but it's 11:07 and I've been chilling for like 20 minutes. So I think airport theory is true. I'm making my flight no matter when I leave my apartment. Round 2. Party at the back. Officially in Columbus. It's time to get down to business, man. This is what we've been training for all summer. Bryce, let's go! Boom, coming at you with a recap of day 1 back in Columbus. Got up, chilled, ate breakfast, and went straight to work. I actually ate at Starbucks I worked at Starbucks where I ate breakfast, so I was locked in there. And then I worked at Noodles & Company right next door for the second half of my workday, so kind of funny bouncing around there. Then got a quick run in, and now I'm eating one of the best places to eat on High Street. And about to go back to Bryce's crib and watch the rest of the Dodgers game with him. So, successful day 1. Okay, just finished my shakeout on Friday morning. I gotta be quiet because people in Bryce's house are still sleeping, but it was a good shakeout. Did 4 by 400 meters in the middle at about 80 seconds, a little faster than race pace, just to flush out the legs. Felt good. I saw the men's head basketball coach, Jake Diebler, on my way back to Bryce's house, so that was sick. I know Ohio State's known for its football, but I'm a huge basketball fan, so it was really cool seeing him. It's about to be a great Friday. Let's get it. My Friday was pretty similar to my Thursday. Got breakfast with a friend and did a little work at that cafe. Then I got lunch with the professor and finished my workday there. Had to stop by Columbus Running Company to pick up a couple gels. So shout out to CRC, they do a great job with all the events throughout the year in Columbus. Then I made my way down to the convention center where I met up with my grandma and my mom. And then we hit the dang convention center, had a little special guest reunion. Here's my guy Jason from Run Club. Let's go! Jason and I shared a lot of miles my senior year of college. Shout out to the boy. I got the only thing that matters, the bib, but my mom and grandma are pressed about getting my free shirt, so that's the mission right now. Go get the free race shirt. We got a little sidetracked during our mission of finding the free race shirt. To the moon! These might be my next workout shoe. Brooks Hyperion Max 3s. Kind of feel elite. Comment if I should rush the stage. Shirt secured, goodies secured. This race raises money for kids who have critical illnesses, and that's why it holds such a special place in my heart and many other people's hearts. You want to talk about racing for something bigger than yourself? This is the prime example. Raising money for these kids and helping them get treatments and cures is ultimately what this race is all about.
We learned that he was in respiratory failure and kidney failure, which means that he immediately got taken up to the ICU. At that point, they had put a central line in for him to start receiving hemodialysis, and we kind of learned that we were going to be there for a while. And we got probably the most devastating news we've ever received as parents, that both of Max's kidneys were essentially failing. It was all going on. Max was only 2.5, so he was still our sweet little baby at that point. So as mom and dad and big sister, it's hard to watch your little baby suffering, but all the nurses and the doctors and the staff at Nationwide Children's Hospital were just fabulous.
It's not hard to find extra motivation during this race, as all you need to do is look to your right or left during the race and see some of these kids out on the course who are battling these diseases. Even just seeing some of their faces on the wall got me fired up. After the expo, I went and got dinner with my family at SoCal, of course. I mean, how poetic that that's the name of the restaurant. All right, this is the craziest hotel bathroom I've ever seen. Just prepare yourselves. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Open the door. Sliding door. Classy, right? And then, boom. You got about 100 people looking at you taking a shower. And if you thought that was the weirdest part, I don't think so. I think it's the industrial flushing capability of this hotel bathroom toilet. Like, what? I'm at my cousin's cross-country meet, really taking me back to the days when I used to run high school cross-country. I just finished a 2-mile shakeout one day before the race. Feeling good. The hay is definitely in the barn now. Nothing else left to do except wait for the start time. So let's go check out this race and support my cousin. In the meantime.
Yeah. Oh, I feel good. Where we going tonight? Where we at? You know it's whatever. Oh, you trying to ride with me?
Let's go, you got it, you got it.
Here we go, boys, here we go.
Hey, you two
Alright. Put my tank on E, everybody put 5 in. 5, everybody put 5 in. I'm in the Sebring, I can fit 5 in. 5 in, 8 if we lapping up. But I'm riding in the back if we lap up. Cause I always wanted Sydney on my lap, what? She know it, oh yeah, she know it.
All right, just got back and showered and cleaned up from my cousin's cross-country meet. It was a fun time. Really brought me back to my high school days. And I was out there running on the grass, and you know, it's kind of poetic going into the race tomorrow. Take a look at where I was and take a look at, I guess, where I'm going or where I'm at now. It's fun to romanticize these things every now and then. But anyway, want to take a look back at what led me to this moment. Early in the summer, I was sick when I traveled to Spain for my graduation trip, graduation gift. And that really hindered my training, obviously. So that set me back about 2-3 weeks. And then once I finally got healthy, in terms of the illness, about a week or 2 into my training, I got a foot injury, couldn't run for 3 weeks, so I was in the pool. And I was in the weight room just doing rehab pretty much for 3 weeks straight. You know, it really put a damper on my mindset because I figured, you know, I need the whole summer to really build into this training block in this fall well, and I needed that to be successful now, is what I thought. I thought I needed the whole summer to really be able to put myself in a position to succeed. But turns out, I think having that foot injury and doing the rehab exercises and strengthening exercises and getting in the pool really made me stronger overall and put me in a good spot for this fall training block. So I've had 10 solid weeks of training, and 2 weeks leading into that were just like easy running. So call it 12 weeks of solid training leading up to this moment. Now there were some doubts along the way, let me tell you. Okay, that was tough. First long run workout, it was 16 miles with miles 12 through 15. Supposed to be at 5:35 or goal half marathon pace, but I averaged about 5:45. I think it was a little windy for like 3 of the miles, so that was part of it. Also probably went a little too hard too early. This was definitely one of those workouts that has you questioning whether or not you can run your race pace. In these moments when I like have that doubt after a workout about being able to compete at the race pace I want to compete at, I just remind myself that it's not one workout that makes or breaks your training. So it's a tough one today. Still executed pretty well, executed as well as I could on the day, and I've been consistent so far, so now I'm just going to keep being consistent so we can have a great race come October 19th. There were also some big wins as well. I think back to that 6-mile tempo I did at 5:28 per mile average. That was a big win. I felt good doing that, and overall was really consistent with tempo and interval workouts. I was killing the Ks on Tuesdays and ripping out some good threshold work on Thursdays pretty consistently. You know, as I look back, I'm really proud of how I overcame the challenges early on in the summer and how I stayed consistent throughout the early fall leading up to this point right here. I think it's a great thing if you're a runner out there, or really any type of athlete, before a big event or a big race. If you look back at the work you put in, it will help calm your nerves and make you feel more confident in your abilities. So I want to get on here and do that for myself, as we're about 20 hours away from the race, 19 hours away from the gun going off at the Columbus Nationwide Children's Hospital Half Marathon. Let's go! If you ain't jumping on the bed in a hotel room, are you even living? Bing bong. This is like one of the last turns at mile 12 and a half. Let's go. Oh, it's getting me excited just looking at it. All my stuff is ready. I'm ready, mentally and physically. And I just want to say that for anyone out there who's maybe doubting themselves, going through a rough season in life, just know if you keep going, it gets better. This is not just specific to running, whether it's school, work, life, whatever, whether it is running, just know things keep getting better and better, especially if you keep putting in the work. And really only if you keep putting in the work. So show up day in, day out, and you will get better. Your situation will improve. That's kind of been my theme and my mantra throughout my training leading up to this race. So just wanted to share that with you all, and hopefully that helps someone watching this video. Let's get after it.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Man, was this morning surreal. Walking from the hotel to the start line just literally felt like something out of a movie. And then being in the elite athlete tent was a huge perk in and of itself. Like, you might think plenty of porta potties, that's gotta be the best part. But honestly, it was just being surrounded by all the other elite competitors. It really got my competitive juices flowing, and you know, that's why you see me here just trying to lay down and calm myself down, because I was just so excited to be surrounded by these great athletes, but also just to get to the line and show off all the hard work I've been putting in over the summer. I also met someone I look to for inspiration. If you're in the Ohio running scene at all, you know him, the boy Simon Hayes. His YouTube vids were an inspiration for me to start this channel, so shout out to him. Boys pre-race, the man, Simon. What's up? Let's get it. Man. And then, before I knew it, I was at the start line doing final warm-ups. man, did I start this race absolutely flying. I was running probably sub 440 pace in the first 250 meters, and I felt like I was walking. And that kind of came back to bite me in the butt. First couple miles, I'll read off the splits. Here we go. 5:26, 5:34, 5:25, 5:32, 5:35, 5:34. So I was ahead of schedule. I was averaging faster than 5:33 per mile, which was my goal pace. However, here's where the drama comes in. Mile 7, 5:48. Mile 8, 5:53. Mile 9, 5:57. And just when you didn't think it could get any worse, Mile 10, 6 flat. Mile 11, 6:12. Mile 12, 5:55. Mile 13, 5:36. But the last mile was really downhill. So that's the only reason I got saved on that last mile. And then I closed the last 200 meters in about 5:30 pace. So I was absolutely cooked. Some more data for you. Average heart rate for the first few miles. My heart rate started to go down in the middle of the race. I don't even know how that's possible. So even though my heart rate was absolutely through the roof in those early miles, I felt so smooth and calm. So I just decided to go with the pace. And ultimately, my body just couldn't handle it for the second half. All right, back at the hotel. That was tough. First half felt pretty good, felt smooth. Was with some packs. Was ahead of goal pace time, which ended up not being a good thing because I went out too fast and really died at like 6.5, 7 miles. I had a special bottle at mile 6.5, yeah, 6.5, and I did a little stutter step and like slowed down to grabbed it, and that was like going into an uphill and a little loss of momentum, and I was done on that uphill, and then I was by myself for a little bit and just kept spiraling. But overall, I mean, I felt good, felt great running with a group of people for the first half, and was just a little overzealous, I guess. But I'm proud of putting myself in a position to really succeed and really have a great day. Obviously, fell apart that second half, but I think for my first all-out half marathon, I learned a lot and gave my best effort on the day. I'm not sure what's next on the race calendar, but for now I'm going to take some time off, let my body recover. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. Really appreciate you for watching this, but also if you're out there on the course cheering me on, heard my name a ton of times. Helped that I had my name on my bib, but I recognized a couple voices out there too, so shout out to everyone who came and supported not only me, but all the runners. Thanks again for watching. Carson, out.